Hello, my friends. How are we doing today? Welcome. Good to have y'all out here. Happy Wednesday. Great to say. Oh, my lights aren't even on. I'm not even. How can I call myself a professional streamer? I didn't even turn my lights on. Oh man. Gotta restart it all. We just gotta. No, it's okay. It's okay. We're here. We're chilling. We're vibing. Good to see y'all out here. Integrated chat on screen is so cool. Yeah, I'm gonna see how much it works. I've used this feature before, and it has in the past caused YouTube chat to just break after an hour, but I'm thinking with the Twitch chat in there, it'll help make that. I'm gonna make the font a little bit bigger too. I want the font to be a little bit larger, because then you can actually read the messages. But this way it'll be a little bit easier for the stream recap enjoyers or the VOD watchers. Now you can actually see the full conversation going on in there, so should be good. I'm mining obsidian pillars, so I'll be lurking. Yeah, eggs, good luck. If you're doing all of them, you got probably about 40 hours of obsidian mining ahead of you, so enjoy. And yep, there we go. Okay, so that should be pretty good on the size for it. Oh my gosh. Hi everybody, welcome on in. Lovely to have y'all out here. Happy Wednesday. Happy day before the sky booms begin. Make sure if you're in the US, make sure you take care of your puppers and make sure that they have comfortable spaces and everything when the sky booms begin, if they have not already started. Because all I know is that Nova has been living in my closet for the last few days. So make sure y'all are looking after your pups and your pets and everything like that. But on that, thank you so much for being here. If you have not already on the YouTube side, please be sure to leave a like on the stream. It helps me out so very much. So thank you everybody for doing that. It really does impact the stream. So everybody who has a moment to do it, I do appreciate it. Jaws, thank you so much for the 26 months. JC Hart, thank you so much for the gift sub out to TK Ander. Appreciate that. Minina, thank you so much for the 13 months. Best part of the evening has just started. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we're gonna be chilling today. It's gonna be a bit more of a chill Minecrafty stream. I did a lot of recording yesterday, and I like way overdid it on talking, so we're going to be a little bit more chill today after Monday stream and then a lot of recording yesterday and all that. So yeah, we're vibing, we're hanging, but it's all good. Joris, how we doing? Endlessly Tay, good to see ya. Uwu, right back at you, Jinxie. Lawrence, thank you so much for the 24 months. You got a purple tree. How you doing today? Welcome in, lovely to have you. Jay, thanks so much for the 13 months. Enjoy the stream all. Don't forget to like the stream, YouTube peeps. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. It looks like all the YouTube names are just coming across as orange, but everybody who has their own Twitch name color, they get their color in here. So we got that. Sparrow, how we doing? Chill stream to draw art fight drawing to. Are you art fight? What's an art fight drawing? I mean, I don't know. Sounds like making art over there. Good on ya. Umberfi, here for the chill time. Welcome on in. Good to have you. We'll probably be lurking today. Anima, no worries. As always, thank you so much for being here and appreciate all the help regardless. Heroic Pixels. Purple, look at you. You're going. Welcome on in. Good to have you. Blade of Pig. Welcome on in. I'm new. What's up? Hello. We're playing in my hardcore Minecraft world today. If you're new, it's going to be a little overwhelming. We're on day 7,100 something. Officially now. I know on Monday's stream we're a little shy, but now we're officially on 7,113. So we've been doing a lot of building. Don't forget the field. Yeah, I got a field going for the video. There's no hardcore video tomorrow because it's the 4th of July holiday in the US. But there is a fun video coming out on Friday because I won't be streaming. I'm going to visit my mom. So instead, you get a video that I recorded with my wife. And so for everybody who's been asking for her to be in a video for a while, that'll be out on Friday. And then if everybody enjoys it, she did say she would potentially come back and be here and hang for a stream or something like that. So we're working up to the promise that I made 2 summers ago. Baby steps. May, how you doing? Welcome on in.
Pleased to meet you.
Sounds fun. Yeah, Mandolin. It's a goofy video. I watched the final one yesterday. It's a fun video. It's still Minecraft focused. It's still Minecrafty. Ewins, yeah, thank you so much for the 24 months. Congrats on the new tree. I'm doing pretty well today. Jennifer, thank you so much for the 7 months. Appreciate it. When you come on the screen, my 2-year-old goes, it's a whippersnapper. That's awesome. That's great. Welcome on in, everybody. Just remember, Turtle Jeremy approves of you. Is that a Joel joke? Is that a Smallish Beans reference? I don't know. I can never remember. How far did he go with the Jeremys?
Pleased to meet you.
I'm assuming it's Eagle. Thank you so much for the 17 months. I have 4 Huskies just like Nova. You're my absolute favorite Minecraft streamer. Keep it up. I'm sure you have a very loud house then. That's a very, very loud house, I'm assuming. I was walking R2 this morning, and there's a few other people in our neighborhood that have Huskies also, and one of them also has 2 Huskies, and they're very similar coloring to my 2, Coda and Nova. And we were walking by each other, and all 4 of the Huskies just like pulling into the middle of the street, being like, "I want to say hi!" And both of me and the owner, she's walking her dog, so we're both like, "No, keep moving." It was funny. It was goofy. It was a good way to go. Lots of air, dude. How are they shedding again? I don't get it. Our dogs have blown their coats 3 times since the start of spring, and they're doing it again. I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. We're there. Hopefully this is the last one. Yes, Derby, like the stream. Lalika, I'm days from the 1-year tree. Hey, look at you. There you go. You're getting there. Her birthday's tomorrow. Happy early birthday, my friend. Your neighbor's dog is named Nova. It's a pretty good name. It's a pretty cute name. You're saying you don't want infinite dog hair. I'm just saying that if I wanted to make like husky themed sweaters out of husky fur, like they would probably be pretty itchy, but the stock count would be higher than you'd think. How many years does your hardcore world already have? I've started this hardcore world in Minecraft 1.18. When 1.18, the actual train generation, Caves and Cliffs Part 2, when that came out, that's when we started the world. So we've been going for a few years. However, that's 3 updates ago. So we're officially, I think, in the 3-year mark, or we're like just under 3 years in the world. As Darby hurts my Derby is Darby. Oh, okay. I'll try and remember. Derby. I was thinking of like a car derby or something like that. Or like the event. So I don't know. Apologies. I'll try and remember. I have a husky mixed with German Shepherd and Rottweiler. Ooh, I'm sure that's a cutie. I'm debating on where to put my iron farm right now. If you're debating on it, I would say underground. That would be my biggest recommendation for that, is if you're just like, I don't know where to put it. That means you should probably put it underground, because otherwise you'll probably regret it later. Is my findings. Usually, I mean, I don't like seeing redstone builds out or technical farms out. I always like to hide them, so that's my take on it. I'll be watching any other YouTuber and just be thinking the whole time, I miss fWhip. Oh, I appreciate it, Odin. I'll get videos every once in a while. I got a pretty steady schedule going. But yeah. Sorry, I'm just responding to a DM. I got into a new Discord. I'm trying to be a part of the convo. But let me get this message out, and then we'll get into game. Alrighty, shall we jump into the game? You know those shulkers that we cleared last time? Well, I gotta put my shears away. I was doing some trimming. I was doing some trimming, picking up some grass. Apologies if there's leaf blower noise outside. Ooh, look at that! Look at those animated motes in the chat on screen. Oh, I love it. Live stream terraforming. If it rhymes, then it's a good live stream. I don't think those really work as that, but yeah. Alrighty, so the terraforming for today, if you're over on the YouTube side, 1, leave a like on the stream. 2, if you saw the thumbnail for the stream, you know what we're working on. For those who haven't been around for a while, we did a creative stream a little while ago and talked about plans moving forward and what we want to do. And part of it is I want to tear down most of this mountain here And yeah, I think it's going to be really, really cool to tear down that mountain. But first, I want to get rid of all of this. I like the sunflower field in here, but I hate how it lines up to this snowy mountain. So we're going to be tearing a lot of this down. And as you can see, we get into the colder grass color, which I don't hate. But I think we're going to probably cover it all with moss. I think that's probably the best bet, is just cover everything with moss here. And then I still want to bring it down farther. Like, I want the highest point to probably be like here. So we need to like really level this off. Like, I think maybe like 2 blocks taller. So we need to bring it all way down here. And then we're going to start working on covering it. Because I think it'll look good without all the snow here. That being said, speaking of snow, this is what we have managed to collect already out of here. So we have a lot of junk that we've been picking up. And this is an ender chest that I left here by accident a while back. And we're just going to start with more shulkers. I'm going to fill up at most 4 more shulker boxes worth of snow. And then I want to fill up the rest with like our stone and everything. So we'll see where that all lands. So these will be our snow boxes. Once those are filled, we're just not going to pick up any more snow. And then these we're going to try to fill with stone. Because at that point, I don't need all of these shulkers of snow. And if I need more than that, I probably should just make a snow farm. There is no server IP. This is a single player world. So there's actually is. I mean, technically there's my local IP address, but I'm not giving that to you. So yeah. You keep spamming away though. Keep spamming that message away though. You got it. You got it. It should be pretty good. I feel like we need like, is there a way any other streamer people in here know how to add a drop shadow behind the chat? I like the, let's see if this background color. No, that's has replay mod updated yet? Yeah, replay mod is available for paid supporters right now. Huh, I don't know. There's no shulker. There's absolutely no shulker monster here. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know where you see a shulker monster. Yeah, so I do have replay mods. So we're gonna keep back on this one, and I want to set up our beacon, and then we're just gonna go to town. What are you using? It's just the Streamlabs OBS Twitch chat, like the integration for it. I think if we put our beacon down here, it should reach everywhere. Have you played the new Elden Ring? I have not yet. OMG, it's Lizosaurus. What's going on, Liz? How you doing today? Welcome. I have not played the new Elden Ring yet. I haven't bought the new DLC. I want to get into it. I bought Cyberpunk 2077 pretty late. So I'm playing through that right now in the new DLC that, well, quote, new to me. Honestly, I bought them all at the same time. So I've been playing through Cyberpunk 2077, and that's been pretty fun. I want to get into Elden Ring again, but I think I want to restart. I think the part that I got a little like burned out on it was I didn't like how I had built my character, because I didn't understand the game. I didn't do any research beforehand, so I just kind of went in and was like, ooh, Dex looks fun, and started doing a Dex build, but then realized that I had picked the wrong starting build, so I was like forever going to be slightly weaker than where I wanted to be. And then I started looking into weapon types, and I was like, oh, one of the weapons I want is literally from just starting the game as the samurai class. Okay, great, cool. So I just kind of got a little annoyed by that and didn't go back to playing. Okay, there's our beacon. Did I leave my other shulker? I didn't. I'm just gonna leave this ender chest here. It can just be. So I think I'll get back into Elden Ring. Nope, I meant to leave that. And then I will probably, we'll just work off this shovel. That's fine. And then I'll probably get into like a new character, I think. And I want to play through like the regular and see if I actually make it far enough to get the DLC and kill the boss that unlocks it. And then if I can do that, then I'll buy the DLC. I feel like I can get it there. I just need to like relearn how to play the game. I wasn't having it too hard of a time after I started to understand the controls better. And I did get a new controller since then, so I think that'll make a big difference. Because my old controller I was using was one of those, the old Steam controllers, and that thing's not great for gaming. They tried making it too hybrid with a keyboard and mouse, though. It's actually just not good for gaming. But I have an Xbox controller now, so that should be good. You making a snow kingdom for all the snowmen you have now? We have all the snow biomes up that way. There's even a little snowy village. But I don't want to do a snow kingdom here. I like the look of snow biomes in the distance. More so snowy mountains like that. I think that mountain's beautiful over there. But no part of me wants to really build in them. Sorry for any background noise. Hopefully the music's covering it up a decent amount. Somebody's out with a leaf blower, and they should be done soon. You're my comfort YouTuber, and I remade a Trial Chambers fit the Gremlins because Empire Season 1 is my favorite. Oh, Rose Quartz, that's so cool. That's so cool, and thank you. I appreciate that. Are you going to build the rest of the cartographer village? I mean, if I told you that, I'd spoil the entire next episode. Wait, what? Yeah. We're working on it. It's in the process. It's in the process. Snowy mountains are gorgeous in games. Yeah, like snow biomes like that. I think my problem with snow biomes is that you just have a line like that. There's no sub-biome transitioning from non-snow to snow. There's just a line. And that's also the problem. I feel like with deserts, for some reason, I'm able to suspend that belief that there's like needs to be a transitionary element to it. You can be like, okay, it's like a lush river. Sure, of course. Yeah, that's duh. But when it comes to like a snowy biome, the fact that it can just be raining on this block and you walk over a block and then it's snowing, to me, I always have hated that. So I've just, and I don't like to build in spaces that confine the biomes that I'm wanting to work with and like wanting to develop and things. But I know it's kind of a weird one, but I don't like being limited on space or something because of a biome. So I tend to pick biomes like plains biomes and things because they're pretty forgiving on where you want to make things and do things. That it makes it a lot easier. You've seen the Sahara desert edges, desert biomes in Minecraft feel justified just because it makes sense. Snow biomes not so much. Yeah, like I feel like snow biomes need to be at a higher elevation. I think that could work really well. Like if I were to remake Minecraft snow biomes, they would be like higher elevated plateaus. Similar to how like the little flower meadows are. How they're only higher up in terrain and how cherry blossom forests only exists at the top of hills typically. Like I think snow biomes need to do that. Like this, if you had like no snow down here along where that is, I think that'd be better. But maybe that's just me. All right, leaf blower sounds are fading. We may have peace. My friends, if you have not left a like over on YouTube, I would very much appreciate y'all doing it. We got 1,100 people in here, and we're down at 500 likes right now. So if you can, I promise I'll stop asking. If we can get to 900 likes, I'll stop asking. There you go. That's the goal. Show don't tell lore with an ice wall protecting the region. Yeah, I could do like a Game of Thrones ice wall of sorts somewhere. That could be a fun way to like transition into a new region. I do like the concept of using that because that feels very game design fantasy like fantasy world development of just here's this random massive thing that's been created and then you're just in a different zone. I do that a lot in here with landscapes that block line of sight from point A to point B, because that allows me to put things closer together without being able to see that they're close together. So a lot of the forests and things that I build are usually to block the line of sight and kind of start, quote, a new region. I mean, that's why the birch forest came in there, was because I wanted to really drastically change the build style as we jumped over to working in the flower forest village. Like, I wanted to drastically change the build colors and palettes we're working with, so I needed a natural barrier or some sort of a barrier that so you couldn't see through it too easily, and the snow, or not the snow, the birch forest really helped with that transition. Snow golem white walkers. The closest thing you're gonna get to that in Minecraft is a stray. Or actually having some sort of a did I not put any snow in here yet? Did I find a place to put snow? I did. But you could have the I wonder if it'd be kind of cool if like strays that spawned in, or not strays, but the skeleton horse guys, the 4 skeleton horse archers that'll spawn, if they spawned in a snowy biome or an ice spikes over there, like they spawned as strays still on the horses, like that would be really, that'd be full on White Walker level. Sorry. You just tried building a cherry forest? I don't like Minecraft cherry trees. I'm gonna say it. I do not like Minecraft cherry trees. I think they look
Pleased to meet you.
decent, but the pink, it's cool to have like the pink tones. Like I think that's, I'm really happy that they did that, but also at the same time, they're just like, they feel very out of place. I like doing smaller cherry trees and smaller little bits. Like I really like the cherry leaves and I like the cherry wood that we get, but I just don't like how the cherry trees generate. I actually like the bark. I like all of the different elements. I just don't like them together. See, I love the leaf effect, but the fact that the leaf effect only starts with if you're within like 10 blocks of the leaves, and then you can walk away and see it floating, that I don't like. Because imagine building something to this scale, like a massive cherry tree, and you would leg your entire world out with just like leaves floating down that way. But imagine how cool that would look. Just a massive cherry tree, and then everything around it is just being covered in leaves falling around it. That would be so cool. I would be thrilled. Also, Perry, thank you so much for the 5 months. You missed your friends playing Among Us? Yeah, hopefully. If they get a space in the future, I'll join them, but I did not get an invite to this one. They had a full lobby already. Evitris, thank you so much for the 3 months. A wee woo, it's a sub. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Yeah, I know they've been playing with a fairly consistent lobby recently, so hopefully a spot opens and I can jump in on one. I can't remember the last time I played Among Us. Doing a world tree in the desert. Interesting choice. Go look on any leaf color. I guess if you do azalea leaves, then it's fine. But any other leaf color, ugh, gross. I guess we can go unload. I want to keep a lot of the stone, because why not? Since I switched usernames, is it Evitrix? I could be totally wrong on that. Regardless, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Is your favorite game other than Minecraft? I feel like the game that I consistently go back to playing the most is probably World of Warcraft. I will say that as much as I say that, I literally just canceled my sub this last week and being like, nah, I'm done for now. But yeah, I really like RPG games, and I theoretically what an MMO can be, I love, but at the same time, I hate how players have turned modern MMOs into this just like min-max go 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 burn it's honestly modern gaming in general, but this like desire of, oh, I love this thing and I need to consume it as fast as possible because I love all of it so very much, and along with that becomes this one, there's a drought of content very quickly because people use up all the content that's available, and then two, it creates this very elitist society or group very quickly, typically in MMOs, of, oh, if you weren't in here enjoying and doing all this content as quickly as I did all this content, obviously that means you're a bad player, so I'm not going to invite you to the group that I'm doing in the future. So I love MMOs in theory, but in actuality of how players play MMOs nowadays, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Like especially, I think the part for me is that I've played so many MMOs, especially WoW, throughout my life, that I'm really good at it. I'm a little rusty because I haven't been playing too much, but I would say I'm in the top few percent of WoW players, and I just like I can't deal with the toxic tryhards who think they're so good at the game but they're actually just terrible, but then they're like super gatekeepy to try and make themselves look good. I'm just like, can't do it, man. I can't do it anymore. Mallow, thanks so much for the 22 months. Good to have you back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How'd you make the essences from Empires? I commissioned a mod to be made. Final Fantasy 14 got like that. It's every MMO nowadays. Like even Taurus Land, that brand new one that came out, that thing's so pay to win, and that's already creating a massive group of players who just are super toxic. And it's supposed to be like the MMO for casuals, and it's already just so incredibly toxic. But I will say, I have like 10, 15 friends who like I've consistently played WoW with for the past probably past like 12 years. Because I've been playing with that group of friends in that game since before Sid and I even started dating. And like if all of them are on and everybody's there playing and we can somehow, it's very different now in being adults and working and everything instead of being in school, but if there's a way that we can like figure out a schedule to where we can all play at the same time, that's some of the most fun gaming experiences I have, just hanging with the friends and doing stuff. It's just hard to find those times now. But I think that's also what creates the super toxic realm, is that all those people are probably the people who played up playing the game so much and now they have life responsibilities and they only have so many hours to commit that they want to make sure that they get all their stuff done in that few hours. What's your favorite wood type in Minecraft? I think the type I use the most is spruce. I would say my favorite, though, I really love acacia. The acacia log is that really, really great gray tone. And then also, I think the acacia, like the orange textures of acacia are so cool. MMO is massive multiplayer online. Basically just like any of those massive, like huge multiplayer games where you can be like walking around in a town and you see players around you. That's an MMO. Why is my Twitch like this? I don't know. What's your Twitch doing? Have you tried asking it to stop twitching? What's up, dude? I'm a huge fan. Swordsman of Fortnite. Welcome on in. Does Fortnite have swords? Asking the important question over here. Does Fortnite have swords? We got 1,200 people now and 730 likes. So if you can, my friends, be sure to leave a like on the stream. If you're over on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, you're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great. Thank you for hanging. Fortnite occasionally has swords. Good to know. I've never done a Fortnite. I've done a Lego Fortnite, but I've never done a Fortnite. That's never been a... Okay, once we clear this layer... Sorry, but that's never been a thing I wanted to do. As far as playing Fortnite. The only Battle Royale game I got into was Apex. And I played that for a while, and then I was like, yeah, I just don't like first-person shooters. Not for me. But anyways, Minecraft-wise, what we're working on now is we want to finish tearing all this down, this whole layer here, and then we'll start bringing the outside edges in to smooth it. And if we can basically create the slope up here of like a big rolling hill using the stones, then we can just kind of come back and just place moss and grass over. Or honestly, we just place a moss down and bone meal the heck out of it and cover the entire thing. That could also work. Because right now I'm thinking just a big green grassy hill on top would be great. Eventually it could be cool to do a forest of sorts up here, just like a few patches of trees. And then wherever we put the trees, we can come back in and put some different block coverage. Yeah, I'm watching the pickaxe. It's still probably got 100. Yeah, 200 durability. But yeah, so the more we can clear out up here, I think it'd be great. And then if we can just shape it and then go through and using the shaping to like create the new like hill and everything, that'll be super easy. We're sure gonna fill that up. You're perfect as you are. The next pickaxe to come out. We definitely need to fix this whole side over here. That'll probably be lower, and then it'll come up to the top here. I'm just gonna let all the stone despawn. I have so many. I think I have 16 double chests of stone right now, so I'm fairly okay to let this despawn for now. We'll pick up a few more shulkers out of here anyways, so it's not the end of the world if we leave some. For Tree of Life, mangrove roots as a tree that is dying, having ruins over it, that'd be cool. Yeah, it could be kind of fun to do like an old tree that like fell over. Again, another WoW reference. If anybody has played World of Warcraft and like leveled through the Wrath of the Lich King zones, there's a zone called the Grizzly Hills, which has these massive trees, like very redwood tree inspired. But the thing about them is there's a few just gigantic ones that are fallen over, so you can see the trunks. And then there's a fantasy race of furbolgs, which basically like bear people, that have carved out the inside of them and turned them into villages that like work up the sides of the trunk, and then their homes are built into the sides of the, like inside the trunk, because it's just so thick, but they like hollowed out the middle. So something like that I've always thought of, just like a gigantic, like you'd probably need a tree trunk like 3 times the width of that thing. Like something like that could be really cool to do a massive village project like that. Do you like Mog Swamp? Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. I was really happy when I reached out to him to join SOS, and he said, yeah, it seems like he's really integrated with the group too, so that's awesome. I know he's been playing like Among Us and all those things and joining in a lot of like the just for fun streams that a lot of people have been doing, so. No, I think Mog's a really cool guy. I'm excited to... Ooh, that's all powdered snow. I'm excited to make more content with him and just kind of get to know him more. Are you done with 30-day hardcore? I think so. I don't think I have the time to really fully commit to doing anything else in there. So I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to take the... If you didn't know, you can get rid of powdered snow with a water bucket. But yeah, I don't know if we'll log back onto 30-day. I feel like I'm more inspired and I'm wanting to work on projects in this world more, which is, I really love being in that state. And I feel like I've had a hard time reaching that state recently. Like, I've been just chilling in my office at night after making dinner and doing the dishes and whatnot, and just like hanging out. And then my first thing is, I wonder what I could build and design something for this new project I'm working on. And like, that doesn't happen to me all the time, especially not lately. Like, I've been finding myself kind of like going through a burnout phase, and I feel very not in the burnout phase right now. So I'm trying, and the thing that I'm really excited about working on is this world. So I'm very much in a phase where I'm just like, yeah, if I'm enjoying what I'm doing and I'm wanting to be doing it, I'm gonna be doing that, because I don't have any other big responsibilities as far as content goes right now. So I watched part of Sausage's new video. I've been traveling a bunch recently, so I haven't had too much time to catch up on YouTube vids. So I was watching part of it while working and digging out some stuff, and then I got back into recording and got distracted. That's regular snow. But yeah, so we might jump on 30-day hardcore again, but I think it's almost over, right? Isn't there only like 2 or 3 days left? All right, that should be all the powdered snow minus this. That should be all of it. I don't see any more. You should build a Hobbit city, like the Shire from Lord of the Rings. Maybe. I do like doing a little Hobbit village every now and then. They are fun. You only have to build the front of a build, and then you just dig. Easy. Okay. You use Lightmatica? I do for some things. I don't like to use Lightmatica too much for landscaping and terraforming unless I'm really wanting like a very specific thing to design in creative. So I don't use Lightmatica for every little thing, but I do find Lightmatica helps building be not stressful, because I find that in the way that I make content, a lot of the content I'm making is me kind of giving little updates on what I'm working on, how I'm doing things, and that, and then like being able to Lightmatica, I would say, one, it reduces the stress of making a video because it helps make video production faster. I think without Lightmatica, because you basically have to take more time to find your material list, you have to take more time to get your whatever sorted, you have to take more time to like look at screenshots and take that and bring it over from creative. Lightmatica just helps speed up the process of creating. So, and it makes creating a little bit more fun, because you could have the fun of designing the thing that you made, and then you have the fun, then you can like more quickly get into your world. And then for me, that means I can move on to designing something else, and I get very excited about when I get to design new things. Have you made progress on your custom mountains? I have not. That is the project I have unfortunately been neglecting recently. It's it will be back. I promise. I'm not done with that. I'm not done with that, but we are done with somebody in chat. Oh, I think one of the mods got you already. Perfect. If any mods are over on the YouTube side, and there's some, you can probably tell who I'm talking about. Just give them a little perma ban. They don't want to be here. They're trying to get banned, so we can reward them with being banned. They can have their reward off of that one. Thank you very much for your content. Your builds have me trying things I don't think I would have before. What's your favorite build style that you built so far? For me is Gobland. Gobland was so fun. That was really cool to kind of break the rules. I was very much like, all of these rules I have in my brain ingrained of how to build and how to do things. I was like, nope, we're not following any of those. We are just breaking every rule and seeing what we can make from there. And I really, really love how it turned out. Make a world with sausage that included a lot of lore? No. I don't like doing the type of lore that Sausage goes for. I think it's great, and I think he's a fantastic storyteller, but for me, it's not why I make content. And that's okay. And I think there's people who make content because they want to tell stories. I like to tell stories. I just tell stories in a different way than what he does. And so I think a world with a lot of lore, I would feel out of place in, and then I wouldn't really want to be there. So that's why we're not doing it. Start a new world and wanted to use a new build palette. Can you give me a unique palette? Figure out a way to use green glazed terracotta. There you go. It works with white blocks, and then you can mix in some mossy cobblestone in there too, and you maybe get a little tough brick as some shadow, like some darker shadows, and you can also go into the grays and get like some gray wool, light gray wool probably, not gray, and then light gray concrete powder, white concrete powder, birch, diorite. There you go. That's your unique block palette. If you don't build anything with that, I'm gonna be sad. No video tomorrow. It's 4th of July holiday in the US, so I have a self-imposed rule of I don't post videos on holidays, because every time I've done it in the past, I've been very sad with the performance. So no video tomorrow, but there will be a video Friday. Yeah, unfortunately, people are busy with their families doing things on the 4th of July and can't watch my Minecraft video. What the heck, guys? Come on. I'm kidding. Go spend time with loved ones, whether that's family, whether that's friends, whether that's your dog, your cat, your goldfish. Go do that. But you can also rewatch old Minecraft videos of mine if you would like to. Like, I won't tell you to not. I won't, like, stop you, you know? What's your schedules for streams and videos? I want to try for the next little while streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm playing with the idea next week of doing a stream week and not being all day every day, but just streaming every day and just kind of working on things. Honestly, it'll probably be a lot of creative planning, because I think that could be fun, and then a lot of digging, because we need to start digging out that entire face over there for the expansion. Okay, we have leveled this. It's looking good. Now we need to, I'm just gonna say, let's get rid of all of the snow and kind of start using that as routes where we can bring things back in, so we can have little like holes into the mountain. Or not holes, but like erosion areas, I guess. We're gonna focus on the front today. If we can get the front looking nice, leading up to the top, that'd be a happy moment. Currently at work listening to your stream. Hey, gotta get through the workday somehow, right? Can you build a polar bear and/or panda sanctuary? I'm feeling like I'm owing a polar bear sanctuary after what our wolves did to the polar bear a while ago. Can't believe they did that. I feel like it would be me to do that as a bit, just to try and make something goofy. I didn't do that as a bit. That actually, I just felt bad. I felt bad, and I had to own up. I was thinking about cutting it from the video, but then I was like, we gotta own up to the mistake our new dogs made. Orphaned a little polar bear child. 4th of July, what's your favorite food for the holiday? I like the 4th of July being just a time to, like, a chill backyard barbecue. So, like, our plan tomorrow is we're having a bunch of friends come over to our place, and we're just gonna grill some hamburgers, potato chips, and the works. I'm not feeling super in a mode of wanting to celebrate America right now. So we're We're doing as non-patriotic of a barbecue of basically all of our friends have this day off, so let's just hang out and cook some food. But I'm not really feeling the patriotic vibes recently, so you know, we're just gonna enjoy good food and good company. Is it me or is the 4th a bit overrated? I honestly don't like the 4th of July usually. I don't get fireworks that much. I don't like how anybody can light off a firework. At least where I live, it's fully legal to light off fireworks at any time of day. Honestly, all year round. Thankfully, they only sell them around this time period. But yeah, people are like this morning at 11, like no, yesterday morning, sorry, at 11 a.m. somebody just across the valley that I can see out my window decided to light off a mortar. Like, who lights off a mortar at 11 a.m. on a sunny day? Like, you can't see that. You like all you could hear was the sound. You didn't see the firework in the sky, but they're like, haha, I want to make big boom. Like, I don't get it. It's not for me. I like it as a way to hang with friends, but like Nova is our younger dog. She is terrified of fireworks. So that's why we decided to invite everybody to our house so we can be here and help her kind of remain a little bit on the calmer side. But yeah, it's not my favorite holiday. I like that it's a time to meet with family and friends and all that. But outside of that, it's not for me. Also, we're not getting political right now. So the no politics rule, I know I was kind of easing into it. It still does apply in chat, so be careful about what you're saying. You will still be banned for breaking rules. So please be cautious with what you're saying. Do you enjoy Empire Season 1 or 2 better? I like Season 1 more for the bits. I like Season 2 more for the builds. I think Season 2 we tried too hard. Season 1 of Empires worked so well because everything was naturally done. There was nothing pre-planned. It was all like, sure, after we had a funny bit start, we were like, ooh, let's lean into this. But everything in Season 1 was made up as we went. The only thing planned out of Season 1 was people picked base locations on the seed that we had and picked their export so that we could have an even spread and there wasn't like overlap. That was literally all we picked for Empires Season 1. Season 2, we came in and had... Some people had full plans for the entire season of what their character was going to do, how they were going to grow, how they were going to have these evil events triggered, and we lost a lot of the fun spontaneity of Season 1. I think Season 2, we had better builds because people fleshed things out a little bit more. But I think that came at a loss of having enjoyable, non-thought out content. Because like the Wither Rose Alliance randomly happened in Season 1. The whole Zornoth thing randomly happened in Season 1. Like all of those really, really cool things that I love so much from Season 1, those were all random. Like we didn't pick to do those like before the season started. Like that only happened because Gem and I happened to base right next to each other, and so we were hanging out doing things. And then we just decided to have Sausage in there too, because he was always coming out to hang out with us. So we're like, sure, let's do it. Like, let's make like a little thing out of this, and that's where Wither Rose Lines came from. And then the whole bit about Gem and my characters being like siblings came out because somebody made fan art of both of us being redheads, and they're like, obviously they're related. And we're like, wait, that could be a funny bit. And so we just never really confirmed it, but kind of led to it. And then in the very, very last episode was when we revealed that, like, yeah, sure, we're agreeing with the fan canon here. Furby, thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate it. Do you still have Furbies? Like, were you one of the people who are like, these are gonna be worth a lot of money later in life, or like, you just like pick the Furby name? I definitely had Furbies as a kid, so like, I'm not hating, but you know, mostly out of curiosity because I don't have any Furbies left. Yeah, season 1 was almost all improv. So like that made season 1 special. Like that's when it was really cool. Like that's where I think that those types of series find a lot of success. For me, for the way I like to do them. Maybe that's not true for everybody else. But I think like the way you have a D&D campaign or whatever was what we were basing it off of, is like you have one dungeon master who's kind of guiding everybody and has like a general plan of where things are going. But outside of that, everything is improv. Like all the characters are just reacting to what's happening in the game around them. And I think that's what made season 1 really cool, was that we were just reacting to different events happening. Hermitcraft crossover wasn't planned when season 2 started. That was the only thing that was not pre-planned before. Like, no, not the only thing, but one of the only large things that wasn't pre-planned before. And then, yeah, that did have months of planning before it saw reality, though. That much is true. Also, Get Them Dubs, thank you so much for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Sorry, I missed you a while ago. And Katie did, thank you so much for the 22 months. I really do appreciate that. Been a while since I caught a live. Glad to be here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Burb with knife, thank you so much for the 5 months. Looking forward to more Mog and fWhip collabs. Yeah, me too. Sorry, I missed some of those, y'all. I was zoned in. It is very, very enjoyable snow destruction. We are committing global warming, one shovel at a time. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do the back, and now we're doing the back. Let's just get rid of all the snow here. Snow do go bird today. If you're over on YouTube and you haven't left a like yet, you can also click that like button. Like button could go brrr. Huh? What's a project in this world that you can't currently do that you'd like if you're ever able? I feel like there's not many projects that I want to do that I can't do. It's more just finding the time and energy to do that project, you know? I think one that I am working up to doing now, who knows how much a reality it's gonna be, but the massive city. Like, I really want that city to be... I don't think by the end of this year is realistic to have it done, but I think if we can have the goal of a lot of the city being done by the end of this year, like calendar year, I think that'd be really cool. I feel like it's gonna be a really bittersweet moment to go to the point of the whole city is just finished. Like that's gonna be like a moment of, oh, what do I do? Like, where do I go now? Like that's gonna be a moment of like, I need to really find motivation and find a new project. Gonna do season 3 of Empires? No. I'm not gonna name names because I don't want y'all going and bugging them about it. But there are some people in the crew who said that they don't want to do a season 3 regardless of what. Oh my gosh, hello. Oh. Hi. I need to get the microblocks data pack back on here. I don't really use them much though, so maybe I won't. Maybe we'll just keep the current microblocks we have, and if I actually start using them, then we can do more with it. Because I was getting some and using them for a while, and I just haven't bothered. I will say Linksy showed me, like, reminded me that a data pack exists to where you can make hanging signs, and you can put, like, right-click it with an item, and it'll put the item as if it's, like, a picture on the sign. I would love to get something like that for some extra details. Like, that, to me, is cool. Microblocks, I'm too lazy to go actually bring them and plan where to use them. Small drip leaf check? Yeah, he didn't have any. That's the only reason why we bother with wandering traders. Small drip leaf. It's the whole reason why I carry emeralds on me, to be honest. Small drip leaf. That's it. Who would have known tearing down a whole mountain is gonna have you go through quite a few different shovels. Like this right here, we could kind of just smooth this a little bit more, but that's not bad. The problem is we're gonna have to go get rid of the snow. And the big problem, which is gonna require a lot of tall grass up here. I'm okay if there's a few small patches of snow that spawn in and things, but we're gonna need to bone meal the absolute heck out of it. So maybe the moss will help because it'll also be mossy carpet.
I'd give you saw it before, but the name Furby was chosen cause it wasn't feminine like my last one. Trans Mask, a horror story I love, Mr. Widemouth, and I'm very short-turl so I feel like it fits.
Awesome. Great. Yeah, I'm so sorry I did miss that message in chat. I've just been ranting over here, y'all. I'm just in a fWhip rant mode today, so whew, thanks for being here. I appreciate the dono. Thank you. That's cool. Awesome. Glad you found a name that you enjoy. I feel like fWhip has just been absorbed into mine. Like it's too late. Can't change fWhip at this point. I'm stuck with it. What do you think are the 3 best farms I should build? Gunpowder farm, auto wheat farm, and iron farm. Auto wheat farm, because how else are you gonna turn all of your mud into packed mud? Would you change your name if you felt like you could? Probably. I'd say probably not. I had thought at some point just about turning it to my real name, Bryce, when I was at like 10,000 subs, and I was like, nah, I've had fWhip for too long. If people just stop saying fWhip in their box and then started saying this random like Bryce Games or whatever I would pick, people would be like, wait, what? That's weird. And then I also did a quick check on that, and at the time there was somebody who was actively uploading content. They weren't a Minecrafter, but there was somebody whose YouTube channel was quite literally Bryce Games, and I was like, okay, yeah, I don't want to like copy somebody's name exactly, so I'm not gonna do it. Like, and fWhip is probably more unique and therefore hopefully more memorable, was my thought. I just fly to tons of villages and steal their wheat. That's honestly a good way to do it too. That is a good way to do it. Okay. Can't imagine you calling you Bryce name fWhip. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Thank you, Havoc, for grabbing that. We got the spammers in here today. We got the spammers and the scammers. They're going. This, because it's kind of just like rolling up, I feel like that's not that bad if we just turn that all in to grass and everything. And then this right here, we just need to figure out how this is all going to line up into what we already have. So we're kind of... I want to bring this top down, I think, another block. Like the entirety of the top. I think we bring it down another block or two in some spaces. Maybe we take like... Let's start making a rough circle of where we could have maybe like No, I'm restarting. We're gonna say that this right here that we're cutting out is going to be the single high point of this space. And then we'll start working our way down from here. So everything outside this, we can start just carving away. And maybe we'll have it like drop down a few and then like come back up by a block on that side. I think that could work. And all of this stone, we will just moss. Not mine, we will just moss. Have you thought about creating an organized ender chest, or is it organized as standard you're happy with? In theory, my ender chests are organized, but I've let it fall into an unorganized state, and I want to go back and redo it. I think that might be a stream we do soon, because it is starting to get to the point where I'm like, I don't have anything. Because I used to have like a whole chest, not chest, shulker in there that would always have like 2 stacks of each type of log. And I really loved that. And then I always had the shulker that was like full of cobbled deep slate. And then I always had one that had like some moss, some granite, and andesite, and cobble, and stone in there. Basically, and then my magenta, I have 2 magenta shulkers that I carry with me everywhere that had always, like, the goal is always to have like a stack of each decoration block. And then I have another shulker in there that always has like a lot of candles in it. So different types of candles and glass types and everything. So I can always just have a little bit of something on the fly. Emergency building supplies. Yeah. Basically like, ooh, what if this worked here instead? And I haven't really kept up with restocking those, and it's slowly just become more and more disheveled. So I want to take the time to fix that, you know? I think that's the extent. But in theory, my shulker, my ender chest it's fairly organized. Like I've got most of the essentials. There's just a few shulkers in there that need to be reformatted. What's the best part of doing YouTube for you? I think for me as a content creator, my favorite part of YouTube is that I get to create what I want to create. I feel like I'm in a very secure point where I can just create the things that I want to create and enjoy the process of doing that, and instead of feeling like I'm working some deadline or feeling like I'm trying to do something that's gonna appease a manager or a boss or somebody or a client. Like my favorite part is that I get to do what I want to do, and I'm very lucky to say that I built an audience that enjoys watching what I want to do. Like, to me, that's a very, very cool thing. Okay, we're gonna take this last shulker, and this is also gonna be, we're mostly picking up stone now, so, but I need to have a little bit more space to those. After that, we'll just start dumping everything. Can you show your stats, like in-game stats? We're getting up there now. So we're up. This was at 208. So that's 1 million. There's a 1 million in there. So that's, we've got almost 12,000 blocks with the pickaxe, and this I think we've got almost 6,000 with the shovel today. We're getting up there. We are almost 500,000 stone mined, which is pretty crazy. All right, I'm gonna just say we're gonna forget about this side. We'll push this back a little bit more so we can keep focusing on it. But for now, I'm just gonna forget about this side where the beacon doesn't reach, because I really want to get our front. If we can get it shaped out today, I'd be very happy. I'm a little limited on stream time today, so I want to at least get something that looks nice, you know? Okay, then we can do our next loopy. And I don't want these to be perfect circles, so some we're gonna just like take all the way out here. We do need to, we can use the ore veins as stuff that we have to mine, because we can't moss that. Sure, cut the corner. Or do you not lose motivation for a Minecraft world? I personally get started many times, so I can never get too far before I can't get myself to continue. I think it's finding the enjoyment in different parts of the game that you want to do. For me, like, I love building and I love creating things, but I love survival. But ultimately the reason why I like to play Minecraft is because I like to build. And by the time I get to an end game long-term world, the goal of a long-term Minecraft world all revolves around building for me. And so once I can get into that long-term Minecraft world, that's actually when I feel like the game starts for me. I feel like I'm in a new evolution. Like, I'm no longer in this phase where I'm collecting materials with unenchanted iron tools and taking forever to get a few stacks of whatever I need. Like, now I'm in the phase where a majority of my time spent in this game now is all based around building and creating and working different things in. So for me, that's like a huge sense of enjoyment out of just being able to focus on the different sides of the game. So I can have my fun building and mocking things up, and then I can have the time of getting those into the survival world and really just kind of seeing. And then I do also think, for me, the hardcore element helps keeps things fresh, because I can't really ever fall asleep in this world. Like, if I'm like not paying attention, or things I'm just like not really doing whatever and just like lazying around, like that could be the end of the world as we know it. But that also kind of creates this cool sense of I need to focus. I need to pay attention. If I'm like falling asleep while playing the game or whatever, then like there's a risk. What do you think the next SMP is going to be? I know of one in the works, but I can't share anything about it. But it also, the potential start date of that one, not to get y'all excited that anything's coming remotely soon. The start date of that one, every single time I've asked about it, keeps getting pushed back farther and farther. I think the next SMP is going to be vanilla survival focused, but also my guess is there's going to be a shorter term SMP that's going to pop up that will be simple. Kind of like an SOS or something like that, a shorter term one. Do you wear Blu-ray protection glasses? I have blue light filters in my glasses, but these are my just regular I need to see glasses. I wear glasses all the time. You're not getting anything else out of me on that series. That's all. That's your only tidbit you're getting today. Because it's not my news to share. I think it'd be a really cool one when it comes out, and I will say that when it comes out, I'm gonna be probably taking a break from this world and like full sending the SMP for a bit, because I want to fully commit to an SMP and just really see what happens, mostly as an experiment for my channel, of if I feel like I'm in a fairly stable place of being like, all right, what would happen if I just don't focus on the hardcore world for a little while and just experiment. Honestly, for my own personal sanity of being like, can I even do that? Because I really like playing in this world. So sometimes I kind of treat SMPs as like my extra filler time is what I dedicate to the SMPs, but I think I want to try on this next one, or whatever one happens next. I want to try like a full send. What would happen? I heard Etho talking about it, I think, on the Imp and Skiz podcast, that he did it this Hermitcraft, of just for at least the first few months of it, just like full send to really commit to it. And I kind of want to try that. How do you figure out block palettes? I usually kind of pick a vibe I want to convey in the area I'm working in, and then try and pick blocks that are going to help with that. So do I want it like really rustic and run down and just a little on like the more beaten up side? I'll probably pick certain blocks that kind of help convey that, with darker grays and darker browns and more earthy tones involved in there. and kind of more overgrown stuff, or do I want it to be like super manicured and polished and just like really clean? That would probably lend more towards like your polished diorites, your bricks, a little granite and terracotta, like the overall like cleaner blocks. You can kind of get like an idea that represents based off of the blocks you're using. So I try and pick that idea that I want, and then I try and pick blocks that are going to meet that idea. Enjoy fixing up villages? Yeah. Good old village transformation. Hard to go wrong with it. You do more skyblock? I've thought about getting back into doing another skyblock, but I feel like it's a... I'm just full sending this world for now, I'll be honest. Until something comes up where I want to log into a different Minecraft world, we're full sending this hardcore world. Like, I've been having so much fun with the simplicity of I wake up in the morning on a work day and I just log into either this world or I log into a creative copy of this world and I work on building things for this world. I don't have to worry about balancing my time between multiple SMPs. I don't have to worry about any of that. And it has been so incredibly fun. Is this a Q&A live? I mean, I feel like anytime we're doing large landscaping things, I'm not smart enough to bring up topics to talk about for this entire time, so. Ask away if you got questions. We'll keep working on this pickaxe for another inventory. I think it can last. We are getting to the state where I think we're just gonna start dropping materials. Current me does not need all this stone. Future me might need this stone. Ooh, what if in here, let's get rid of this and fill it with the stone, because you can't moss gravel, can you? I don't think that's a thing. What type of music do you enjoy? If I'm just chilling and just doing whatever, I like electronic music, mostly because I find if there's like lyrics, there can be some lyrics, but I like the lyrics to be like part of the beat almost. I find if there's too many lyrics in music, I get like really distracted by it. So I really like a lot of electronic music. A good beat. You like jazz? I like jazz if I'm like hanging with people eating dinner, but I'm not gonna turn it on if I'm just chilling by myself. If that makes sense. I think it's a little too chill for me. You share your thoughts on the new trial chambers? I suck at comment, but I'm finding them super fun. Yeah, I talked about it in the last episode that came out. A decent amount. I really like them. I think they're awesome. I think Mojang did a fantastic job. All right, we're just gonna... Sorry, Stone. It pains me to do that. I also do like rock music every once in a while. I go between basically the vibe of the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack to heavy techno. Anything in between that. If there is anything that fits in between that. Rock music during the rock cutting work. Yeah, let's go. We're just slowly chipping away at the mountain to make the shape we want out of it. feel like landscaping is just adding stuff to the front of a build, but terraforming is larger scale, changing of the area. Yeah, I think they're very interchangeable in the way that it's used when you're talking about Minecraft builds. Yeah, terraforming definitely is more large scale, but also I think Minecrafters use them pretty interchangeably. Is this where we... Yeah. That's where we stopped. Okay. Where are you removing this mountain? Because the snow is clashing with my sunflower field vibe. Do you have a favorite type of tea? If I'm drinking tea, I typically go for like a green tea. But very much depends on where I'm at. Good herbal tea too. So hard to go wrong with a good herbal tea. After stream, I typically have a cup of tea that's like an herbal tea because I don't want the caffeine, but tea is good for throat after talking for many hours. Favorite Minecraft block? Dude, I think the tough bricks are getting up there. We're gonna not place too many blocks today. I want to see if we can just like carve out something that looks fairly good. And then if we feel the need, I mean, we'll replace gravel. I'm saying we're not gonna break too many blocks today. And then as I'm finishing the thought, we'll replace stuff that can't be mossed and won't be missed. But I want to see what it'll look like if we just let it do its thing. Start a new WoW Classic character while watching. A brave soul. You on SOD or are you on hardcore? Or are you on Kata? Finally got my braces removed yesterday. Yeah, you'll have that smooth teeth feeling for a while. But hey, probably feels nice though. Also, I'd just like to say a few people like 10 minutes ago were telling me I need a new pickaxe. We're still going. Ooh, we're at the top of this now. That's okay. We can work with that. What are your thoughts on root vegetables? I mean, some are good. Vegetables are good. Harder to grow than I thought, though. I did try growing carrots last year, and they didn't turn out as great. They're a lot more effort than I thought because I didn't realize you had to like thin them when they're growing. You got, after they get a little big, you're supposed to pick them out and spread them apart more so that they don't get all gnarled when they're growing in between each other. I wonder how much bone meal it'll take to cover this entire space. I don't know. Have you tried Distant Horizons? I don't like the rendering on Distant Horizons. I can very easily tell where Distant Horizons starts rendering and normal chunks stop, and that is so immersion breaking for me. I despise it. I've heard they have a good job with running with shaders and things. All right, we'll put this pick away. Like when shaders are built for Distant Horizons, apparently they have like an integration they can do that makes them super cool and fancy and looks great. But I default vanilla Distant Horizons, I think like, cool to the dev that they were able to figure out how to do it. But dude, that's so ugly. It's not good. Not my fave. We'll get a new shovel too, because we're here. You know how to blend realistic and fantasy builds. How you space them out is probably the most important thing. But if you have like a skyscraper and then right next to it you have like an elven house, you're gonna have a bit more of a challenge blending all that together. It's very much about how you build them and separate them to begin with. Or you just say, yeah, it's Minecraft. Here's the charm of a Minecraft world of here's the random things that everybody built right next to each other. Yay! And you can do that. And that's a valid way of building in Minecraft and playing the game too. Gotta go outside and touch some grass, so I'm not playing Minecraft all day. Calling the rest of us out. Wow, thanks. Now, have a good afternoon. Go enjoy your grass touching. Gross. How often you get recognized in public? I haven't been recognized in public for a long time. Actually, no. I got recognized like once 2 months ago. I don't go to too many conventions and things, and honestly, I don't really go out all that much. So if people are recognizing me, they aren't really coming up and saying anything. Outside of one person that I met a while ago, randomly in a Starbucks. But yeah, I don't get recognized all that often, which I'm kind of okay with. I don't show my face in a whole lot of videos, so unless you're watching the streams, which is a very small portion of my audience, like you're not gonna really know who I am. And I'm pretty okay with that. I'm also okay if people do come up and say hi. So if you do see me in person, you're more than welcome to come say hellos. Alright, that'll merge down into here. And this can kind of just come around the back. We'll just leave this like dirt here. That can be like its own little lifted point. That'll help it make more sense instead of just being flat out to the edge. I'm on the other side of the country, so I'll probably never meet you. I don't know. I was in New York for New Year's on the other side of the country, so you know, I don't know. I actually don't have too many reasons to go back to the East Coast nowadays, so we had some friends that lived out there, but they now live here, so we're gonna have to move the beacon down, unfortunately. You lose radius when you're underneath them. It's so annoying. Because it's a big circle off of where the beacon is. Or off of where the beam is. Like 50 blocks down, 50 sideways, 50 there. But then it goes all the way up. Which, like, I get. I get why. Also, not helpful. I'm trying to place it in the dig down. Should visit Minnesota. I have spent such little amount of time of my life in the Midwest. I've been to Michigan once. And outside of that, the most Midwest I've gotten is I have family in Montana. So I've been to Montana a few times, but I've never went anywhere else unless it's been like randomly sitting at an airport for a few hours waiting for a flight somewhere else. What about Minnesota? Somebody said I should visit. Complains in Europe. I'll be there in the fall. We're going to London, and then we're going to go to Amsterdam, so I'll be out that way for a little while.
Pleased to meet you.
I don't want the stone, but I will keep the diorite. I'm using a lot more diorite recently. My supplies are starting to be a little down. I love how diorite went from this like super hated block to now diorite's like one of the best blocks in the game, and so many people use it. Like the amount of people that are just constantly using diorite in builds, whether it's like a lot of diorite, I feel like it's used in trees now because people use walls to make branches. So you see a lot of diorite walls going into trees for like birch trees and things. Justice for bird poop block. No longer can Iskal force the community to hate it. How do you maintain a social life while playing for so many hours daily? Because I keep a fairly consistent work schedule. Try to. So, in the same way that anybody has a job and has a social life, in the evenings I try to not work. And I will say some evenings I do work. But if there's any, I'm trying to be much better about recently. If there's any friends who are like, hey, do you want to go out to dinner tonight? Or hey, do you want to do this? Or if I'm like, oh, we haven't seen blah, blah, blah for a long time. We should see what they're up to. Like, I am very quickly jumping on the, yeah, like, let's go. I'm there. Because I found that I was very much like hermiting myself and like just living in my office, not really doing too much. So trying to get out of that cycle and just be willing to go see people. But it's the same way anybody else goes to work for 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Hopefully not 10 too often. That's a lot. But just like any other job. What will be on top of this hill? Nothing. Maybe some trees.
Pleased to meet you.
The new pink chat on screen is hard to see. I can increase the font size again. Let me try that. Oh, there's 6 points. Somebody can send a message and test it. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good size. I want to try and figure out a way to do a little drop shadow. Eggs, I saw you sent me a message if you're in here. Okay, yeah. I'm paused. Aha, heroic pixels. I was paused. You can't get me there. I am Relent. Thank you so much for the biddies. Still playing with gravel and snow. Forever and always, barely. I will say it's starting to get better, though. Like, I like the height of this. We can do a little distance check in a minute. We're trying to... If I can get this all, like, ironed out here, it should look pretty dang cool. Do you have any siblings? I have an older brother, and I have a younger brother. Probably very surprising. I'm a middle child. I know it doesn't apply at all. Okay, we carve this out a little bit more. Bring this out here. Justice for the middle children. If there's one open source tool that you'd love to see in Minecraft, what would it be? Open source tool. Like a mod that's made for the game. I think if they natively added like a replay mod support, I would be very, very happy. But I also feel like if Mojang were to add that, it would be the most dumbed down version of replay mod. And that's saying something because replay mod is already pretty dumbed down. Like replay mod, I can't remember the last time replay mod had a new feature that wasn't just a bug fix. And it's pretty sad. I'm very, very excited to see the Axiom developers, Mulberry. They've put out some teasers saying they're working on a thing called Flashback, which basically would be replay mod capabilities, but through the Axiom mod. And knowing how much they've done to add features to Axiom, if they were to develop that, I feel like it would have so many cool features. And then we wouldn't be stuck using replay mod anymore. Hello there. You can come out of the cave. That's rude. Also rude. Still rude. He looks so concerned. He was like, they're like, sunshine? Can I walk out of this cave? And then splash, potion on you. Just trying to be so friendly. And they just threw it in my face, literally. I'm the only redhead in my family. I have like uncles that had red hair, but the only, and like grandparents have had red hair and everything, but I'm the only current redhead. This replay file is going to suck to load with all these items that we've broken. Oh, and maybe I can just quick mode it. I never really use quick mode because I usually just have enough RAM to jump through whatever I need, but this could be one where I need to use quick mode. When you were mapping out the dock area of your town in Creative, what was the mod / pack that used to help speed up the process? That was Axiom. AXIOM. No video tomorrow. It's a holiday here in the US, so I'm not going to be posting a video. That being said, though, I will have a new video out on Friday. There won't be a stream on Friday, but there will be a video, and it's going to be a goofy one. It is a goofy one. I convinced my wife to... The video is I convinced my wife to watch my Minecraft videos. So, yeah, she will be in the video, hanging around, and we're basically reacting to some of the Minecraft videos, and it's funny. I saw the full copy of it recently, and like the final draft, and it'll be a funny video. It'll be, I don't think it's gonna be like blowing up on numbers or anything, but I think for the community who's been around for a while, y'all are gonna enjoy it. Did you learn anything from her watching them? You'll have to watch the video. Can't be just spoilering it completely. I don't want all this to know. I want the stone, but I won't take it with me. Are you a YouTuber as your job, just doing this for fun? I've been a full-time YouTuber for
Pleased to meet you.
Almost 5 years now. No, how many years? I'm at 5 years, something like that. I don't know. I've been around for a little bit. I've been doing the YouTube thing on my job for a little while. I can't remember. Yeah, we need to tear this down. When does the one-off come out? Usual video release time just on Friday. So 10:15 a.m. Pacific time is when I release. If I have a video to release, it's always out at 10:15 a.m. Pacific. If you can hear me over the sound of all this dirt and grass breaking. Because I can't hear myself, I can tell you that much. We're probably at the point where we don't have too much left to clear out. So if we were to do the effort of moving the beacon down, overall we probably would be just like losing time instead of carving these things out ourselves for the stone that needs to be removed out here. Oh, I meant to go back and look at it and show y'all what we've done. Do a little progress update. All of this will either just be grass or moss, so it'll be fine. We can have some of that bluey grass tone with the cold biome up here. That's okay with me. And then we gotta tear all this down, and this will probably be our last layer down here, and then we can keep carving from over here out a little bit more. Technolich, thank you so much for the 4 months. My 2 brain cells have been fighting over watercolor and Minecraft. Here's to another month of your streams letting me do both at once. Hey, thanks so much, I appreciate it. Also, Ray, thank you so much for the 4 months. Gift membership to 4 months. Thanks for great content. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Something like that. We can get this out here. I'm gonna be so sad if it snows. I'm just like, if we get snow, like if weather starts snowing in Minecraft, like it do, but also I'm pretty sure my world's glitched by being here for so long and turning on experimental features. If it has not snowed or thunderstormed, I know I'm totally cursing this for myself, but at least in 300 Minecraft days, there's not been snow or thunder or anything in so long in this world. This area is still very much a work in progress, but actually I don't need to drop those things back in there. We're just gonna get rid of the snow and carry the rest with us for now. The gravel we can drop, because I would like to keep that. Monkey's paw, be careful. I know. Let's take a little look-see. Also, I need to go use the bathroom, so we can do that as a little excuse. Yeah, y'all see how much, like, I mean, let's go. I build off of floor scale, like where you're down here on the ground. This is where we care about building from. But look at that. See how it's kind of like rolling up there? Oh, that's going to be cool. That's going to be so much better. Yeah, I like that. That's a good height. That's a really, really clean. We need to smooth. That's honestly pretty good right there. If we can smooth it just a little bit more, maybe like just that back section there coming back. That's good. I like that a lot. That's really cool. And we'll get that smoothed out and removed a lot of that snow out of there. And then, yeah, this is looking nice. So we got a little bit more work to do. I'll be right back though. I'm gonna go use the restroom. Un momento. Enjoy the music.
Pleased to meet you.
Alrighty, we're back. It's time to stand for a little bit. Jenny, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright.
Pleased to meet you.
It's time to stand, everybody. Longhorn with the 43 months, my dude. Thank you so much. Keep growing that tree. Thanks for the many months of content and community. Wouldn't want to support anyone else. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I know you've been around for so long. I think even longer than you'd be a member. I recognize your name from a long, long time ago. So appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Let's go destroy more stuff. Shirt match your skin for a moment. I was concerned the heat wave got you. I woke up and there was a heat advisory warning on my phone this morning. I was like, dude, the high temperature today is 74. Come on. What is this, the UK? So I'm talking Fahrenheit, so like a nice, pleasant. Thank you for going my milestone. Did I? Yeah, oh my god, the 27 months. Almost to your favorite number of 28. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry I missed that. Yeah, you were right. That came in right before Phil, if you're still in here as well, thank you so much for the prime. And Miss Mel with the 21 months. I believe I missed you earlier. Mel, I'm so sorry. Nice to finally catch one of your lives again. I'm so sorry if you're still in here. Thank you so very much. 74 is hot in the UK. Yeah, Fahrenheit, y'all. Fahrenheit. It's currently 65 outside, but Fahrenheit. But apparently there's a heat warning. I just love messing with the UK people because I know that when y'all do get higher temps over there than you're used to, like the houses are not built for that, so it is terrible. But it is always funny to see the memes of people being like, yeah, people in the UK melting in 80-degree Fahrenheit temperature, whereas Arizona is over here living, or Texas is living in 105, and they're like, yeah, we're fine. .95, 94 in South Carolina. Yeah. .101 right now. Yeah, I'm happy I'm not in that. Over last weekend, we did a family trip out to Walla Walla, which is in eastern Washington. A big wine country. Every year, my family does a big wine tasting weekend out there. We're on like year 4 or 5 now in a row. It was super fun. Great, absolutely fantastic. And it was only in like the 90s, like 80s, 90s, and it was so nice. But previous years we've been out there, it's been like 104, 105, and I was not excited for that. And then we get out there, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. Don't understand Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. 30 is freezing, well, 31, and then 216 is boiling, so. Isn't it? 216, 217, something like that. Supposed to hit 120 Fahrenheit in NorCal this week. Gross. So happy I don't live in Northern California anymore. That's too many degrees. It's at least 20 degrees too many. Well, it was like, dude, Eastern Washington, like most of Eastern Washington is a desert. If you look at Washington, like climates on a map, Washington is like one of the most diverse climate setups out of anywhere. Because you go to Western Washington, where I live, and you're in massive forests, and then you go far out onto the peninsula, and then out on the peninsula, you just have rainforests and mountain ranges. And then you also have the Puget Sound, which is saltwater. And we also have some massive freshwater lakes and everything like that. So there's just so many different climates everywhere out here, like between all the mountains, the forests. Then you go to Eastern Washington, and it's just all arid desert pretty much everywhere. It's really cool. It's fun to be able to get in the car and drive like an hour or two and just be in somewhere completely different than what you're normally used to living in. I don't have any merch right now, but I'm hoping to do something. I want to do something more this year, but I feel like if I want to do that this year, I need to get on that now. Utah can also get really hot. The worst month is in August. Yeah. I'm trying to slowly make these layers a little bit wider, so that we can start inching them out more instead of just having a pretty clear end. Like this here we can bring back. I'm okay if this gets pretty sharp going down. That's all right. I still do want to fix up most of this because we have to make the river make sense. So a lot of this is just an unfortunate extra terraforming project I picked up for myself over the massive terraforming project I'm already working on. Because why? I don't know. Because we decided to do it. But yeah. That was the whole thought process of, wouldn't this look cool? Yeah, let's do that. Do you watch any sports? I've kept up a little tiny, not enough to say that I really watch it with like the current soccer cups going on right now. But I don't really watch pro sports all that much. Mostly, like, I enjoy going to a game, or I enjoy, like, watching a game if I'm at a bar or something like that and there's games on. Like, I'm very interested in what's going on, and I understand most U.S. sports, like, U.S. popular sports, enough to be able to, like, get what's going on in the game. But, yeah, I don't like how expensive they are to get to watch at home. Like, I already have so many different streaming services, or there's so many that I want to have to watch different shows and things that we're already trading between those when we like want to like watch something. And then I'm like, okay, if I also want to like watch the Seattle Kraken hockey game or something like that, I have to spend like another 50, 60 bucks a month or whatever on YouTube TV to be able to do it. I'm like, nah, man, like, why's this gotta be so expensive? I don't get it. I remember growing up and you just turn on the local news channel. I know, I'm that old. But the game would just be there. Like, that's how we watched all the Seahawks games growing up, like football. US football was just, you just turn on the local news station and any game would be on there. You wouldn't have to pay to do anything. It was just free. And so I just don't like having to pay to watch a sports game. And then you also are getting advertisements the entire time. Like, nah, man. UFC pay-per-view is super expensive. Oh God, yeah. I remember that Pacquiao fight a few years ago, like 5 years ago now. That was the last one I watched, and it was because in the apartment building I was living in at the time with Sid and I were living there. Somebody in the building said, hey, I want to turn it on upstairs in like the general like apartment rec room, like where all like you could just like hang and everything like that. And so they were like, I'm doing this, I want to watch it anyways, but anybody else who's welcome, like I would like to reserve these tables for the best view of the TV out there, but it should be a good night. Whoever's in the apartment building wants to come up and grab a table, like you can. And so we did that. We just ended up going up there and barbecuing and hanging out and blah blah blah. And then they were like, yeah, so it was a few $100 to get this, to watch the fight. And I was like, it was how much to just watch it? And you're not even there? Like, bro, how much was that ticket to see it in person? That's absurd. Dude, we don't even have cable. No. We don't watch enough TV to pay for cable, and it's not included in our internet plan, and I ain't about to get cable so that I can watch things. If it was included in our internet plan, I'd probably just turn on whatever, but nah. So we need to smooth this out a little. Honestly, it could just be a little steep here. That's okay. Let's just do that. It can just be steep. We got a lot to go back here, and I don't really want to do that right now. Should we... Let's tear down everything back here, this 3 tall section, so we can get the full vision of what we've created in the front. Clean up this... let's clean up this little back corner here until it bends around. And if we can get that sorted, then let's see how quickly we can start mossing over the front and see if we can turn that into something. Let's just set the line for now, and then we'll come back and replace the snow. You stood up? I am standing. Yeah, I think all the cable companies realize how much money subscription services make, and they're like, wait, we could do the same. But I also think it's one of those where when everything becomes a subscription, people are just going to stop buying the different subscriptions. Like, or you're just going to be so ingrained into, I'm only a Hulu person, or I'm only a Netflix person, or you're like stop one to pick up the other. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if subscriptions start being like, all right, here you get this per month, but it's a 1-year minimum. Like I fully like expect subscription services to move towards like, you can't just activate month to month. Like it's all going to be a full year. And that's going to be a sad time. That's pretty awkward looking. Just get that. Or becoming a sailing the 7 seas person. There you go. Resource pack I'm using, the like where everything's like lush and the flowers and everything, that is me. That's my own. You can get it in the Discord as a supporter, Longhorn. It's the fWhip foliage pack. Outside of that, I just have the continuity stuff. And then fresh animations. The vanilla tweaks things are just that one that puts the little... Oh no. Don't log out, please. Thank you. The vanilla tweaks one I have just puts the hopper like and observer little like arrows on the side so I can know which way they're pointing. And then the other one is for the sun and moon to turn it 3D. And outside of that, the clouds are from the Better Clouds mod. But yeah, my texture pack itself for all the flowers and the foliage upgrades, that's available to tier 1 supporters. Prime subs included on that. Oh, all right. Okay, that's good coming around the corner here. I just want to work on that view angle for now. I think we can't finish this. I gotta go in like 25 minutes. So I wanna get the view angle as much as we can. And then yeah, let's clean up the snow along here. And we'll just leave all that for now. I think that's yeah, let's go chop off the back there, and then we'll get into I just want to push this back farther. Let's just do a full line to here. We'll brick it, like block it out a little, and then we can carve from there. Ever tried GeoGuessr? I've done it a few times just with friends, like being goofy. I feel like I'm fairly decent at it, but I'm not amazing by any means. Actually, what I want to do... No, we're gonna tear all of this down by 2 blocks. I want to make sure we just don't have like the same heights on all of them. Like I want it to be not just a full flat top. You think the Doggo Brewery will have a shrine to the tree in their mini town because they're so close to the city? I feel like because they can see the tree, they don't really need a shrine to it. Also, I don't think we're going to build too much else out in the Doggo Brewery. Maybe 1 or 2 more farmhouses in the region if we fill out more fields here. Which I think, well, I know the reason why I started this region here, where the brewery is because I needed more land for farmland. Like we're starting to fill up a lot of space around the city, like in front in the big valley of all the fields and everything, that I needed to literally just find more land to turn into farmland for the episode fields. So that is why we're out here doing a lot of things here, was I needed more field locations that made sense. Alucard, welcome on in. Welcome. I'm doing pretty well today. My throat's a little tired, but overall I'm doing good. I'll make 2 stacks of diorite. That should be fine. I also want this. Can you all inform him that elevated rivers occur naturally? Yeah, I know they do, but I don't think it's the vibe I want for the area. Also, I want to do like a really wide river. Like a 20 to 30 block wide river soon. This little, I feel like an elevated river is natural. A creek though, that's just water runoff from a mountain. It can still have other points nearby that are lower than it is, because it'll obviously pick the route that it's going to go down and stick with that. Whereas maybe in the past, like a boulder came and blocked it, or there was just a landslide or something that blocked the path. But I like the vibe of it being just a little sunken down compared to everything else. So I'm kind of living with that truth, I guess. Number 1 building tip. Usually placing blocks helps make a good build. But sometimes taking away blocks can also make good build. You're welcome. What are we doing? Breaking blocks. We're carving down the top of what was a snowy mountain, and we are turning it into a much more of a lush, just like grassy rolling hill, because we have a bunch of fields in the area, and we're gonna add more fields to the area. And I didn't like this was one of those like really flat, jagged, It was supposedly a jagged peaks biome, but it was about as flat as the top of that. And it just looked, it was like that. It was like that. And I didn't like how close it was to the fields I was building. So obviously the fields needed to be there. So we need to then get rid of the mountain. That is the simple solution that I'm sure everybody was thinking about. And this is, I've been subscribed to those tell you seed. What? If you've been subscribed, if you've watched the first episode of this world, like if you've been like super long time subscribed, like super big supporter, I actually said the seed in the first few seconds of episode 1 of this series. So if you'd like to get the seed, you can go get it from there. But also, yeah, this, like Anima said, this world was generated back in 1.18. And generation does not do the same thing anymore. So the seed of this world does not really work. Unless you go back to 1.18 and generate it. So even if I told you all the seed will not give you the same thing today as it did back then. Is color theory important? Yes. Color theory is the difference between a good artist and a great artist. In a very loose sense. But somebody who understands color theory and is able to implement color theory, I'm still a novice at it because I'm colorblind. So I have a hard time with color theory. I'm still learning it. I'm trying to adapt some skills that I've been picking up that I've seen people share for people who are colorblind to help understand color theory better. So I've been watching some cool videos on that. But that all being said, all right, we don't need to tear all this out. Yes, color theory is very, in Minecraft building, I feel like it's not as important, but in art in general, if you're using color in your art, you don't understand color theory, your art's gonna look off. It's not gonna look bad per se, but it's going to look off. And if you're okay with that, then that's fine. That's what if you are okay with what you create and you're happy with what you create, then you did a good job. You don't have to always be happy with the thing that you created, but if in the current moment, when you finish creating the thing you're working on and you're happy with the thing that you created, that's a success. Like that's all we can really ask for. Like there's nothing more important than just being happy with what you created. Like that is goal number 1 for sure. All right, speaking of that, let's see if we completely hate this or not when we cover it all in moss. Yeah, let's do it. I use colorblind palette on my phone and it helps me a lot. Oh, interesting. How do I practice it? Go learn color theory first, study the theories behind it, and then try and implement it. Yeah, if you can learn the rules and then understand them enough to... I need to get some stone so we can fill in. Look, stone. Who would ever thought there was stone here? Not me. We're gonna have to cover up some ores as we're bone mealing. Just doing some quick bone mealing. Easy. I have a 2-player server with my friend, and I just destroyed an entire village. I wonder what he'll think. If they weren't building in the village, they'll probably be okay with it. It has begun. I don't want the trees. So we're gonna break the trees. I wish there was a way to bone meal it without getting the azalea trees. Like, I wish there was like a special azalea free moss. I cultivated new type of moss that does not have azaleas in it. It's going to be pretty cool with the different grass tone in here too, I think. I'm pretty okay with that being here right now. And all the grass is going to stop snow layers from spawning. So that's very big. You only could bone meal small drip leaf. You can. It's just the greatest sin to ever exist in Minecraft. You do it once and then you never do it again. You gotta get your big, which you don't even have to do because you can find big drip leaf too. I probably shouldn't be doing it this way, but this is where we start already, so we'll just work our way around and keep looping. So we haven't really finalized any of that, so I don't want to break across it. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. I feel my tummy rumbling. Maybe we just come back after and clear the bushes. Save some. No, we'll just keep doing now. I'd rather do a section and be done with it. Otherwise, I will sure forget some. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but not the effect we want. I like the moss a lot more instead of having it all being like that color grass on the ground. I think the moss is gonna be a lot better, and it'll save us time because then we don't have to place all the grass blocks, which would then first require mining all the dirt and grass to then place on top of here, because I don't think we got enough because most of this was covered in snow. What's your opinion on junglewood? I think junglewood is awesome. It's one of my favorite out there now. I think it's harder to work with. I think it's more of a niche block to use than some other types like say spruce, but I also think that junglewood, if used correctly, is a very, very good block. It's just more thought behind how you use it because it can appear to be a little off. Alright, we're going. Do lush caves spawn in any biome or in specific? Lush caves spawn in lush cave biomes. Cave biomes can spawn anywhere underground. They're not like specific to certain requirements or anything like that. So you can find a lush cave biome under a desert. You can find a lush cave biome under a mesa. You can find one underneath a snowy whatever biome. Find them. You can find them anywhere. Same with dripstone caves, and deep dark is more limited to being underneath tall mountains. But yeah. Kind of forgot the top. I got distracted. We went down the side. We missed the top of the hill. Okay, there we go. Is there any block color idea you've always wanted to add in the game? I want there to be more blues. I think blue is one of the hardest blocks to build with in Minecraft because you don't have many options. You have lapis, and you have the different types of ice, and then you have one terracotta. You have one well, you have two concretes, and then you have wool. I guess light blue and regular blue, but there's not too many options within like the blue palettes that work. You're very limited to that. And if anything, they're almost all full blocks. Like there's not many blue blocks that are not just a full block. And that is sad. I think that also goes for purples too, but purple you have at least an option with purple, even though it's very not true purple, but it's an option. So you got that. Motivates you to keep playing. I just love building stuff. Also, I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say having people watch my videos and everything is definitely a huge motivation source to do as much as I do. But I also think that if I were to not be making YouTube videos, I still to some extent would be playing Minecraft at a consistent basis. Because I've been uploading videos on YouTube now for 8 years. And I have been playing Minecraft consistently for more like 14 years. I didn't find the game right away, but I found Minecraft pretty early on. And I've been playing on a monthly basis, maybe not a weekly basis, but a monthly basis since the game came out. I was definitely in one of those like feast or famine players when I first started playing Minecraft of like, ooh, I want to go play Minecraft and start a world, and I'm going to live in it for a month and do all these things and build a castle. And I'm like, cool, I did it. I'm closing it down. Now I just don't really have those like famine periods, I guess, because I'm doing it as my job. Yeah, warpwood is definitely more on the cyan side than blue, in my opinion. Which is great, because cyan works really well too. But now we have warpwood, and we have copper. Which, the oxidized coppers definitely are more in the cyan vibe. We don't really have a true blue tone. That is so fluffy. I love it. It's so fluffy. How'd you learn block pallets fWhip? I want to get better at building and I'm struggling to find the blocks. Practice. Practice, practice, practice. Look at what other people do. Look at what other blocks people are putting in their builds that they're working on. And if you like how the colors look together, try building something with those blocks. As you do it more often, you will build up what I kind of call a builder's tool belt. And those things will start to be things that in your brain, you're like, ooh, I want to build this thing and I want to make like a cool like red build. Ooh, you know what? I saw blah, blah, blah use mangrove planks, strip mangrove logs and like terracotta in a red build recently. So like, I'm going to throw those in there and see how that turns out. And then you can also be like, ooh, but I want it to contrast a little bit. And you know, I've seen somebody use terracotta in a build, and then they moved it into granite and mud bricks. And then you'd be like, ooh, what if now I have my two block palettes here that I want to combine into one big build of I have my red tones with my mangrove, and then I've got my terracotta, which kind of lends over to being in the
Nice to meet you.
like the mud vibe and all those, and like the mud brick and everything and the granites, and then you get bricks and then you get blah blah blah, and then you kind of use that as your highlight versus the darker red, and bam, you got a block palette. So practice, 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 practice. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I can feel my stomach growling right now, but I want to finish this because I don't want to have to come back and do the last little bit. We're almost done. And we'll take a look back at it, see how it's gonna be very simple of a hill because it's meant to just be in the background, but that's a-okay with me. We could come back in and do like some rocks and things in the area. That could be good, but we're gonna have to still do the back. So who am I kidding? We're not done with this place yet, but we can at least see what it'll look like from the front. And then I want to start pivoting into doing more. We're probably going to move streams into start. One, we're going to do some more creative streams, like planning out that area over there. And then we'll probably do some more survival streams, like actually like carving out that area. Missed a few bushes. Yeah, we need to do a walkthrough at the end and make sure we get them all. It's fine if a few are left. I would love to catch them all, but I'm the same Pokemon. What time are future streams at? I usually start streams either we're starting about now or we're starting 2.5 hours earlier from now. So they vary. I like doing the Monday afternoon stream. I've been really enjoying the afternoon Monday vibe of just chilling in the evening. Also kind of hitting a bit of a different audience, I know, with that one, because that's more US people who are out of work, right? And like finishing up for the day, where I feel like normal stream time, I'm usually hitting I mean, right now it doesn't matter too much because we're summertime, so it's a lot more flexible for people. But I'm usually hitting the like UK crowd or the European crowd with my earlier streams. But I want to start doing a few more US friendly stream times a little bit later in the day.
Plus copper or mangrove plus oxidized copper?
Mangrove plus copper or mangrove plus oxidized copper?
Hey, for real.
Hey fWhip, I already did my 7-month milestone.
Megan, I'm so sorry. 3 minutes ago, I'm so sorry I missed it. One, thank you so very much for the 7 months. I really do appreciate that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I missed that. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support and for the dono. I really wish YouTube would let those text-to-speech things happen for milestones. I think I'm gonna turn them on for Twitch, because why not? It's fun. But I think personally I would probably go with the orange copper with mangrove, because I think that could be a cool bit within itself. But it depends on the vibe you're going for overall. I like to play with complementary colors instead of contrasting colors more so. But then I do like adding some harsh contrast into things. But if I'm just doing like a smaller thing, I like the colors to be... I don't like the chaos of everything being like, this is super contrasty. So I'd say the oxidized copper to me would seem like that would be really contrasty. Could look cool though. I would say try them both out and see what you like more.
Hey, for real.
It's easy to change copper around. You just need an axe and some honey. You're easy peasy. You got it. Oh my gosh, Megan, thanks so much for the big dono too. No need to apologize. Hey, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get this down here. I try to catch as many of the notifications that come through as I can, but I feel like when I get towards the end of a stream, I definitely get more just in the zone of I want to finish the project I'm working on so I can go get food. So I usually just stream and then I go eat lunch. So sometimes at the end of the stream, I'm like, battery draining, food, sustenance required. I turn into a robot. apparently. Alrighty, I think that's enough of this up here to the top, because everything along the back I'm not super set on. We're not at the setting in moss phase, because it's all stone. Yeah, please don't unsubscribe. Yeah, we'll take it to there for now. That's okay. And this can come out over here a little bit further. I don't like that you can't bone meal moss if it has like a grass on it. Like, I can't just bone meal off that. I have to break the grass. So annoying. Come on, Mojang. Of all the things you could fix. Well, it was set in stone and now it's set in moss. So it's different. Proceeds to set in moss anyways. Exactly. I see you've been around here for a while. Usually I say, yeah, we're not going to do the thing. And then we usually do the thing. If only Julie were here. Alrighty. Doing the big turn. I think we definitely need to bring the grass down some more. But that, I think we still get like the bit of the cold vibe to it. Yeah, we're gonna tear the beacon out. The beacon doesn't work where it is anyways. It needs to be moved. Let's get it out of there. Tree is beautiful. I know, isn't it great? Or are you talking about that tree? I also like that tree a lot. You think Mojang's gonna do a mob vote this year? I think Mojang is gonna do a mob vote or biome vote every single year. Because I know from talking to the Mojang PR team that they love the mob vote. They absolutely love how much engagement they get out of doing the mob vote every year. So I think by that, they know that people will be involved, whether it's positive or negative engagement. They know that they get a lot of engagement out of the mob vote, and it gets a lot of people to turn into Minecraft Live. So I would say there's gonna be a mob vote or a biome vote every single Minecraft Live. It seems to stir up so much trouble over here. I think the problem is that it stirs up trouble because so many creators use it as a platform to spread misinformation, to get people riled up against Mojang, and then they use that as ways to create rage bait videos to get people to watch their videos. And I wish there was a way to filter out that type of content and get rid of that type of content. Like, I'm very much for, like, make the content you want to make, and like the freedom of speech element to it, like, I think is very important. But when you're just out there blatantly spreading lies about how something works in something, or there's like people who make videos of, I made the mob vote mobs in Minecraft, here's what they do, when Mojang hasn't given us the information about what they do, like, that only sets things up for failure. Because at that point, if people like what that person did, and then Mojang doesn't do what that person did, because obviously they already have a plan for what they're going to do, then you have people who are upset at Mojang for delivering, quote, a worse product than what this YouTuber said was going to happen. And otherwise, you either have that, or you have people who are just saying, look how terrible this thing is. Imagine if they did this mob instead. Wouldn't this be so much cooler? And it's like, no, it wouldn't. Because that's something totally different than what they wanted. Or like the crab. I from the beginning thought the crab was pretty stupid. And people are out there being like, but the crab's going to give you like 10 blocks extra reach when you're building. Isn't that going to be amazing? It's like, well, Mojang never actually said that it was going to. They just said it was going to extend the reach. And then some creators lied and said, the crab's so great, you should vote for it because it's going to give you an extra 10 blocks of reach. And it's like, they never said that. So all the things that they were talking about, and like the armadillo, I feel like it was hard to like make things up about. So I was pretty happy that that one won. But yeah, I think the mob vote in theory is really cool. I think the way that a lot of clickbaity YouTubers use it for their own profit and also create so much more hostility around it, that's where the problem lies. Not from Mojang doing a mob vote, it's from these bad actors who are coming in and trying to just make it their claim to earn their quick buck of getting people upset at Mojang so that they can get more views on their videos. That's the bad part. Anyways, though, this is looking good. I like how this turned out. We definitely still need to clean up over there. Big time. We could maybe do that next stream. Everyone wanted the copper golem? Nah. I don't need a useless mob that clicks a button. The copper golem, cute, but useless. In my opinion. I don't redstone, so there's that. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, 10 blocks is definitely an over-exaggeration, but you get the idea of, like, what people were spreading as misinfo to try and get more people onto their side. I still stand on disagreeing with Phantom. Dude, I am sad to say I voted for the Phantom. I am very sad to say that I did that. I can't remember what else was there. I think I wanted the Terror of the Deep, whatever, I think that's what it was called, or the Phantom, and I ended up voting for Phantom because I was like, ooh, new flying mob, isn't that cool? And then the Phantom is the reason I sleep every night in this game, because I just don't want to deal with them. I'm just fixing this real quick because I can. I'm thinking about it. The Phantom was for a few snapshots in the end. So actually, Mojang did try putting it in the end, and the players who played those snapshots, you can still go back and get some of the snapshots where it is in the end. And it is a terrible experience. Imagine trying to do your little pillaring bits across the void, try and get to the other side so you can get your elytra, and then you're just getting swooped on by phantoms the entire time. Nah, it actually felt so much worse than when they were in the overworld. So I think they definitely belong aesthetically in the end, but the actual gameplay wise of putting them in the end was awful. As soon as I saw that, I was like, Mojang, no, don't do it. Don't fall for the players saying this needs to be in the end because it's an end mob. I was so happy when they're like, yeah, so we decided to play with this internally on ourselves a little more and we don't like it. It's like, yes, thank you. What blocks for that path? Packed mud, rooted dirt, coarse dirt, and brown mushroom block. That's cool. I like this. This guy right here, we're gonna like lop off at like this mountain here is gonna get yeeted, big time yeeted, because we're gonna have a bridge that's about at this height coming right across here. And then I want that hill to maybe be at the top, like maybe at that level. Like we're bringing this whole mountain down probably 20 to 30 blocks. Like from, I don't know, how tall is it? Like what, 126, 125? And I want to bring it down to like 90. So yeah, like almost 40 blocks. We need to just chop the top off. And then we'll re-smooth it over and everything. Tree in the background's main. Thank you. I can't wait for this city to be filled out more. I'm really excited. I'm really, really motivated to be doing more of this. We're gonna first focus on etching out the harbor and really kind of set... We need to spend some episodes setting the landscape so that we have space to build more city housing on. So we're gonna do in next episode is gonna be a lot of terraforming, but in the city. And I think I'll probably try and extend the wall out to where I want to take it currently before we get into the big university palace thing. But this looks really good. Once we can get the snow out of here, that's gonna be really, really cool. And it might just stay as this big lush patch with all the grass growing on it, because I think that'll be the easiest way to keep snow out of there. Until we can find a better solution, I'm okay with that. No episode tomorrow. There'll be a video out on Friday, though. No hardcore episode this week. Hardcore episode will be back next week. You have a favorite axolotl in Minecraft? Yeah, his name's Booger. I do wish the penguins were added. I think penguins would have been fun, but I also, as I'm at my dog brewery, I think the only reason why we got all the new dog types was because the armadillo one. And I love them. I think the new dogs they were so needed. As soon as we got the cat update, and then we didn't get dogs in the next few, I was like, guys, how do we add 13 types of cats and we have one wolf? So I was very happy that they added all of our good boys and good girls. Booger is the name of your black cat. Nice. That dog's name is so funny. I haven't had too many people who have messaged me being like, is it this? I've had a few. I've had a few people get it right. Oh, there's the name of it. I named it. All right, my friends. We're going to be calling it there. Thank you all so much for hanging out today. I really do appreciate it. I got to go do some stuff before I get out of here for the afternoon and go hang with some friends. So I need to get all that wrapped up, but I should go get some lunch before I get too far in here. So thank you all so very much. What is that animation pack? It's called Fresh Animations. It's a pretty cool one. Thank you all so very much for being here, hanging out, all that cool stuff. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy 4th of July if you're in the US. Keep your doggos, keep all your pets safely tucked away in a space where they can't get out. Make sure they're wearing their collars, all that stuff, and make sure to give them some extra loves and everything as they're going through the sky booms and all that. So thank you all so much for the support. I'm out of here for now. I'll go find somebody to raid over on the Twitch side, but thank you everybody, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye.